Hey, Insiders, we've got a very special guest joining us here today who has recently just graduated from our flagship course LMA, which is the Life Mastery Achievers. And he's so graciously going to be coming on here today to share his experience from start to finish and everything else in between. And I guess before we dive in, would you mind telling everybody what's your name and where you're currently based, please?
Yeah, definitely. So my name is Serge Al Dafoni. I'm based in Dubai. I've been here for 21 years, and I'm an entrepreneur. I'm in real estate and hospitality business.
Brilliant. Well, listen, Serge, thanks so much for giving some of your time here today just to have this conversation. And I just want to bring it back to the start before getting enrolled within LMA. I'm just curious to know, like, what would you say was the biggest problem or struggle or challenge you were having in your life prior to enrolling on board LMA?
Yeah, sure. I'm always looking for personal development. It's something that I have passion for. And then the main reason or the struggle is I always look for way to grow,
Mm,
okay, to keep developing, to keep getting better.
mm,
And then this is I didn't really have something in particular that I was struggling with.
mm,
I was something more how to reach my full potential. What is it that's missing in my life at this age, at this stage,
mm,
that can keep me growing and take me forward?
mm.
So yeah, that's
Those
basically.
feelings that you were feeling prior to LMA, how was that impacting you on a day-to-day basis in your life? Like, was it just something you were thinking about all the time, or how was that showing up for you in your life before making the decision to enroll and come on board with us?
Yeah, it's something that I've been thinking about a lot recently. And then this is how I came through this ad on Facebook,
Mm,
of an aging guy that I had no clue, I've never heard of. But it spoke to me,
mm,
I really felt like, his words touched me somewhere.
mm,
And then it really got my attention. And then I decided to listen more and more.
mm,
So I started Googling Tim and then trying to find out what he does, who he is.
mm,
I got curious,
mm,
but the main reason is that it touched me somewhere
mm,
deeply. And then
mm.
I wanted to find out more and I wanted to know more.
And before enrolling and coming on board LMA, did you have any concerns that may have prevented you from buying the program? Like, did you think, what am I getting myself into here? Is this a scam? Who is this guy? And if so, how did you put those fears to rest and, let's say, embark upon the journey and fully commit?
Yeah, I was a little bit skeptical at the beginning. Um, from personal experience, I've done many different courses, and then not all of them are what you expect.
Hmm.
Some of them are disappointing, and then that was basically what I wasn't really sure about.
Hmm.
I was thinking like, I don't want to waste my time again, or I don't want to be trapped into something that isn't really what they're saying. However, because as I said previously, it kind of the way he was talking was something different, and then I wanted to find out more, and then that's why I decided to enroll, and then it was great. It was a good decision.
Brilliant. And Serge, if you wouldn't mind me going a little bit deeper there, just because I know your history with being involved in personal development and having gone through different courses, why specifically was LMA course a good fit for you, for someone who's been in the industry for quite some time and have gone through personal development? Why was LMA course a good fit for you particularly?
Um, because I was rich, I was covering so many things that you can't really find anywhere else.
Mm,
It has really a lot of deep learnings and then deep work, and then you can tell that Tim is really speaking from the heart and speaking from experience.
mm,
He kind of make you feel through his experience and through his what he went through.
mm,
So many of them were really relevant to things I might have lived
mm,
in my life or I might have experienced in my life. And then this resonated a lot with me.
mm.
And this was basically why I've decided to move forward, or
Beautiful.
or or, or maybe why I thought it's it's for me.
Wonderful. And having gone through the program 6 weeks LMA, what would you say surprised you the most or made you the most happiest about experiencing LMA? What stood out for you?
Um, you know, I had a lot of like moments, like yeah, that's right. Oh,
Mm,
I had a lot of them, and I was like quite surprised. Like it could have touched me in so many places in so many different parts of my life. Things I'm still struggling with. So it was a lot of deep gold there.
mm.
Yeah.
And specifically for you, what would you say is the biggest benefit that you've experienced having gone through LMA? What has shifted for you? What's different for you now? How does Serge's life look like now, having gone through LMA, and what is the future like?
Yeah. It's a good question. It has increased my awareness a lot. So there were a lot of things kind of sleeping in me
Mm,
that I became so numb and unconscious to it.
mm,
And then going through LMA made me realize those things, and then I really felt like it has shaken me in some different places. And then I felt like I have to do something about it. It's not that just I came to know about it. I realized because I have increased my awareness, then now I know that those things need attention. Those things need to be changed, and that what kept me following through week after week after week. It's because every week the course kind of increases more your awareness about things, and then you have a higher consciousness level, and then this is when you start to really know, okay, you know what, that's what I have to improve in my life.
mm,
This particular thing that I have to work on,
mm.
and so on and so forth.
Yeah, continues to evolve, right? For
Yeah.
people who are listening maybe to this interview right now who don't maybe know who Tim is or the work that he is involved in, but are curious and interested, how would you summarize Tim as a teacher, trainer, facilitator? What would you say about Tim?
He's very different. Although at the end of the day, he is a salesperson, he's trying to sell you, but he's very genuine. You can tell straightforward that he's someone who speaks from the heart. He's someone who's very experienced. He's someone who went through those struggles and difficulties. So you could relate with him.
Mm.
And then yeah. So yeah. I just forgot what was the question.
Just how would you summarize Tim as a
The
teacher?
Tim, yeah. He's like very genuine. And then the way he speaks to you, he speaks from the heart, so it reaches you right away, and then you feel like it's true. It's not someone who's only gonna sell you something.
Mm.
He's someone who's gonna really, it's like a win-win. You can benefit from him, but from the same time you can learn a lot, and then you can if you choose to evolve, you can go for it.
Beautiful. And for you specifically, what would you say exceeded your expectations since coming on board and enrolling with LMA
The
and the
level of content, it's like a lot of deep work, deep learnings. It keeps going on and on and on, and you keep getting amazed and amazed and amazed, and you think like that's it,
Mhm.
and then there's more coming, and then you say that's it, and then there's more coming. It's mind blowing, to be honest. I've never had, although I've done like I went for the big names.
Mm.
I've done the Robin Sharma, the Tony Robbins, the Grant Cardone. What those what I have on top of my mind,
Yeah.
they are great, but then they're very generic and basic.
Mm.
They don't really go that deep, and they don't deliver that much.
Mm. Mm.
You
Wow.
know, for you guys, or for Tim, or for Success Insider, it's the value.
Mm.
You provide a lot of value.
Mm.
It's you feel like it's so what's the word for like you give without getting anything. You just keep giving and giving and giving and providing the value. which is I haven't seen anyone else doing this.
Wow, beautiful. Thanks for sharing, man. Appreciate it. And last but not least, here today, just curious to know, what would you say to someone who's sitting on the fence about joining LMA? They want to change their life, they want to transform. They're maybe listening to this interview right now. What would you say to someone who's thinking about enrolling in LMA from your own perspective?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely encourage them to do it. It's something that's going to add so much to their lives. It's going to work on everything they might looking for in terms of personal development and growth.
Mhm.
It has, I mean, great tools, great methods, great techniques. It's something that you shouldn't miss. If anyone would miss on it, they will be making a big mistake.
Mm.
Because, me personally, I mean, I've done it one time, and then I'm planning to do it another time, just like to go through the highlight or the takeaways, because there is a lot, and then it's really difficult to take everything just from one time
Mm.
doing the LMA. I think it's a course where you have to do it at least 3 to 5 times, and I'm sure every time you're gonna do it, you're gonna see it differently. You're gonna absorb it better. You're gonna learn from it more. It's worth millions. I mean, if I want to talk to other, encourage them, it's really worth million. And also it has a lot of shortcuts. If
Mm.
someone wanna summarize 10, 15 years of deep work and learning, they can do the LMA and they can save those 10, 15 years, and they can really save a lot of money, worth millions in my opinion.
Wow, beautiful.